Today on the Morning Edition, new footage and details in a deadly shooting over the weekend in downtown Anchorage, what we're learning about the moments leading up to what happened, and how a bar's security team may have stopped it from getting worse.
Plus, a missionary priest who spent several weeks kidnapped by Boko Haram is safe and recovering. How the community and city leaders are grateful for his safe return, and later.
He is the biggest, sweet, lovable, just wants all the affection in the world, so he was made for this job.
Well, from shelter life to serving with sailors, one rescue dog is making waves aboard a Navy ship, boosting morale for troops far from home as the Morning Edition starts now. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us and waking up on this Tuesday.
Dogs are too good for this world.
I mean, you can't help but smile when you see them.
Yeah.
That's certainly a very cute story at that.
I think that should just be essential for any off-the-grid job or anything. You got to have a local family community pet.
Makes you smile.
It really does. And, of course, one thing that will make us smile today is those sunshine that we've got across South Central. We are waking up to a good portion of the region, seeing some return to those sunnier skies. Now, with that said, we are seeing parts of the valley where we're holding on to some light rainfall this morning, and that will stay with us throughout a good portion of the day, increasing into the evening hours. We'll also see that rain increasing out towards the Copper River Basin later this evening. Meanwhile, Anchorage out towards the Kenai will largely stay on the drier side. 52 degrees is where we're currently sitting at. We do have some cloud coverage this morning, but largely expecting sunshine to stay with us for today. And there's a decent opportunity. We'll see those temperatures warming near 70 where we are holding on to some of those sunnier skies. So notice Anchorage, Kenai, Seward, really just a good chunk of the Kenai, as well as parts of Prince William Sound, seeing that sunshine. While areas to the north, we do have some localized areas of fog in the valley, some spotty to isolated showers that remain with us. And that's going to continue to steadily increase into the evening hours. Now, most of the rain, like we did see yesterday morning, notice how it is kind of tapering off. But this is still several miles away from the radar beam out towards Kenai. So although this is beginning to taper off, we will see some of that light rain, if not some drizzle, continue for at least the first part of the morning before we do begin to see some drier conditions. But as far as what we're dealing with this morning and into the afternoon and evening hours, notice most of the rain favoring areas to the north and into the Copper River Basin, out towards eastern parts of Prince William Sound, while the Kenai and Anchorage largely stays on the drier side. We'll also see those temperatures warming quite nicely today into the 60s and possibly 70 degrees. I'll have more on that 7-day forecast for you coming up.
We begin with our top story that we've been following from the weekend, a fatal shooting in downtown Anchorage that left one person dead and several others injured.
Alaska's news source obtained security footage showing the moments leading up to the shooting and the quick response by a security guard.
And we do want to warn you, this footage is graphic and may be difficult to watch. Joe Allgood reports.
You can see the shooter here in the gray sweatshirt having a conversation with a security guard. Meanwhile, another security guard goes to his trunk to retrieve something. The shooter pulls his gun, and when the guard tries to disarm him, he fires. Quick response from the Gaslight Lounge security team ensured things didn't escalate further, according to the grateful bar owner.
They don't think they're going to get caught, and if they do, there's no consequence. Well, the guy that got caught last night, there was definitely a consequence. He was out for trouble. We saw it coming. I shot 2 of my guys, and we took care of the problem.
The owner added that the guard who initially confronted the shooter is recovering well, despite being hit several times.
And he's doing very well, and apparently no vitals were struck, and they expect him to be released today.
Contrary to what police initially said, Patis said the altercation did not originate in the bar, but rather from people who regularly park out front.
A couple cars out front with their lights flashing, especially right at closing time, I think would be a great deterrent for some of these thugs that have been coming around, victimizing my customers.
Joe Allgood, Alaska's news source.
APD is treating the incident as a homicide investigation, but said they are currently not looking for a suspect.
Well, safety concerns in Anchorage have been growing for a few years now, and this weekend shooting is the latest violent incident to happen. Georgina Fernandez takes a look at some of the data and how tourists may be viewing the area.
Take a look at these numbers. They reflect the assault calls Anchorage Police Department has received since 2021 from Government Hill and downtown. Those calls peaked in 2023, and in just the first 2 quarters of this year, the department has received 102 calls. Last year, that number was at 161 by the end of the second quarter. Meanwhile, for robbery, we're seeing pretty consistent numbers between 2022 and 2024. With this year, the department already getting 15 robbery calls. That number, like assaults during the first 2 quarters last year, was higher. APD reporting 25 calls during that time frame. But despite these numbers, there's still that feeling of unsafety in downtown for some residents, especially those who witnessed this weekend's downtown shooting on 4th Avenue right in front of the Anchorage Police Department. When we're seeing incidents like those shootings that happen downtown at night, is that concerning for you to be here?
Well, yeah, that's pretty dangerous. This last weekend was super dangerous. The shot was between the both cars, the hot dog car down there and our car. And yeah, that was dangerous. Everybody was running around and going down to the car.
Do you feel safe having your car there after this?
Of course, no. I feel like I'm in danger because you never know what's gonna happen.
We did hear from a tourist, though, on Monday that the news of last weekend's shooting and crimes like this do not discourage them from visiting downtown. They tell us this is just part of downtown environments that they also face back home. Georgina Fernandez, Alaska's news source.
Anchorage police released body camera video of an officer-involved shooting from May.
This after the state announced it would not pursue charges against the officer involved, and a warning this video may also be hard to watch. So this is the body cam footage from the incident that happened on May 12th. It shows the moments police pulled 41-year-old Utuva Alilua over for a broken headlight. Police say they saw a gun on Alilua's lap and he refused to leave the car. Alilua tried to argue, telling the officer it was a cell phone.
Get out of the car, bro. Don't shoot me. Hey, man, it's a phone. Don't shoot me, man. Hey.
Orders to get out of the car were ignored. Officer Carter Mays shot Alilua from the passenger side of the car, killing him. Officer Mays said Alilua was reaching for that gun. If you want to know more about this case or watch the full videos involved, you can visit our website and mobile app.
An update on the Catholic priest kidnapped by Boko Haram in Nigeria has now been released. The Catholic Diocese of Fairbanks confirms former Reverend Alphonsus Afina is safe and recovering more than 7 weeks after he was taken captive while working to build a trauma center for Boko Haram victims. Afina spent 6 years serving in Fairbanks, Nome, Unalakleet, and other communities across Alaska.
In a statement, Senator Lisa Murkowski thanked the State Department, National Security Council, embassy staff, and her team for their tireless efforts securing his release, adding, quote, "And to those in Alaska and around the world, thank you for your prayers. Welcome home, Father Afina." Here's a little background on Boko Haram, who held the priest hostage. They're a jihadist militant group based in northeastern Nigeria. The group is responsible for thousands of deaths in mass abductions, including the 2014 kidnapping of more than 200 schoolgirls.
The name means Western education is forbidden, reflecting the group's opposition to Western influence. The group has been designated a foreign terrorist organization by the United States since 2013.
As wildfire suppression efforts continue, an out-of-state fire crew near Fairbanks recently found its truck vandalized at their camp. J3 Contracting out of Oregon was assigned to the Himalaya Road fire and was camped at Olms Pond off the Elliott Highway.
Well, that's where the crew says one of its trucks had wires under the carriage cut, disabling systems such as the transmission harness, ABS lines, and brake lines. Thankfully, nobody was hurt, but the repairs are expected to be costly and time-consuming.
we're fortunate that the truck wouldn't start, so our crew couldn't get on the road. With the cut brake lines, it could have ended badly. So we're just glad that everyone is safe.
J3 Contracting is now offering a $10,000 reward for finding those responsible for the damage. Investigation of the incident is being managed by the Alaska State Park Rangers.
In Capitol coverage, state lawmakers are getting closer to overriding Governor Dunleavy's education funding veto as we approach the special session.
If lawmakers want to successfully override it, they can only afford to lose one vote from the expected tally. If the assumed votes stay the same as the last veto override related to a massive education funding bill. So far, Mike Cronk of Toke and Northway and James Coffin of Anchorage are two minority senators who said they would vote to override the veto.
If the override does not happen, the $51 million intended for education investments will die. Here's what some lawmakers had to say about it all.
If we're talking the education funding, yes, I supported it all along. I'm not gonna waffle and not support it here on the override. Now, any other things that come up, whether they're bills or other items, now those I'll definitely have to decide at the time whether I want to do that or not. But
I support reinstating the $200 for education paired with very basic student outcome reforms, which are badly needed. We're paying to the tune of $2 billion for education, and our outcomes are sadly quite grievous.
For more lawmaker reactions and how many plan to attend a special session, you can visit our website and mobile app.
Still ahead, pedaling with purpose.
When I was 9 years old, my grandpa was diagnosed with prostate cancer, and we were really, really lucky. We caught it early.
College students biking thousands of miles, why they take on this grueling ride every year, and the powerful mission behind every mile.
A good portion of South Central will see some sunshine today. However, to the north, we've got some rain showers set to increase. I'll have more on that. But first, sunrise. 5:08 in Anchorage, 4:29 in Juneau. Your full forecast is next.
Well, good morning, everyone. On this Tuesday, 15 minutes past the hour, kind of looking for some bears who might be in the back, but boy, the salmon are...
The fish are really going.
Not to get eaten, maybe?
Maybe so, getting up that waterfall there.
And it's a beautiful start to the morning as well across the southern part of the state. There's that bear.
There he goes.
Big boy walking into into the frame on the right side of the screen. Waking up this morning, we are seeing some, at least the southern part of the state, still holding on to some drier conditions, as well as some warmer weather. Now, there is cooler and showery weather to the north and west across the state. We still have our ridge of high pressure to the south, which is still influencing the weather pattern for southeast, as well as parts of south central, where we're going to chase some 70-degree readings later this afternoon. But you can see across the state this morning here in Anchorage, sitting in the 50s. In fact, a good portion of the state waking up to those temperatures in the 50s. We are watching some localized areas of some fog as you head into parts of the valley where we're still holding on to some light rain showers, and you can see out towards Ketchikan. While we do have some cloud coverage to start off the morning, largely expecting the return to some sunshine for a good portion of southeast. You can see that westerly flow for a good portion of the state that continues to drive in that moisture, which is what's going to keep that showery weather pattern with us. And when we look in the upper levels of the atmosphere, we've got our ridge to the south. You can see how it's influencing the southern coastline as well as out towards southeast. While this area of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere moving into the Chukchi Sea, still largely influencing the interior areas out west as well as the slope, which is driving in that moisture. And we're going to continue to see some of these rain showers staying with us. Now, parts of the interior will largely stay on the dry side today, but you will see some increasing rain as we welcome in your Wednesday. One thing we'll also be watching later this evening, rain showers increasing through the valley and into the Copper River Basin. There's an outside chance that Anchorage as well as western parts of the Kenai could see a brief opportunity for spot showers tonight. If that doesn't occur, we will largely stay on the dry side. But you can see the valley, Copper River Basin, and eastern parts of Prince William Sound. We'll see some widespread rain building in through the overnight hours on into tomorrow. And then we see that sunshine returning through the day Wednesday with that ridge still remaining with us for a good portion of South Central. So we will see temperatures today across Anchorage making a run near 70 degrees. The valley, with those cloudier conditions, will largely see highs warming into the mid to upper 60s. So sunshine across the Kenai, 60s and 70s to be expected, 73 degrees in Seward. Whittier will see some sunshine, but Valdez, Cordova, Golconda, you'll see that rain increasing into the evening hours. While the valley will also, we're dealing with some rain showers this morning, some dry time expected later this afternoon, and then more rain looks possible into the evening hours. And again, temperatures in the mid to upper 60s, if not near 70 degrees. We'll see 70 here in Anchorage, 69 degrees in Girdwood. So get outside and enjoy that sunshine before the rain does arrive into the evening hours. And again, spot PM showers for Anchorage. And then over the next couple of days, more sunshine does look possible. We'll still see a brief opportunity for those temperatures to warm into the lower 70s through at least Thursday. And by week's end, we will see the return to some widespread rain across South Central. We'll be watching Friday, where that better chance of rain builds back in across Anchorage and into parts of the weekend.
Some college students from the University of Texas in Austin are about to conclude a milestone journey.
The group is riding bicycles from Texas to Anchorage. Justin Matson spoke with members of the organization about why they take the challenge up year after year.
It's a disease that affects millions every year. And every year, Texas 4000 rides over 4,000 miles on bike to fight it.
It is all in the name of fighting cancer. So our tagline and something we have on all of our jerseys is fighting cancer every mile.
Many of those in the ride have felt the direct impact.
When I was 9 years old, my grandpa was diagnosed with prostate cancer. And we were really, really lucky. We caught it early.
Delivering awareness and information to every stop they make.
They do a lot of learning, but then they do presentations on the impact of that. You know, why cancer research? Why is it important that we're investing?
They're also learning about themselves and counting their own blessings.
I am just so lucky. I'm lucky to have had this specific experience with cancer that I had. I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky to be with these people. I'm lucky to meet all these people. I'm grateful for I'm really grateful for showers every time I get one.
And they're riding, not just to bring awareness, but to stand with those impacted.
If you or a loved one is battling cancer, or if you know someone who is, we're with you, and we're thinking about you, and we're riding for you.
Justin Matson, Alaska's news source.
The group of cyclists are expected to arrive in Wasilla and Palmer by tomorrow and then officially reach Anchorage by Friday, where they will celebrate the end of a 70-day journey.
You've been listening to the Alaska's News Source podcast. Subscribe to have the latest episodes delivered to your library automatically.